What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy DJP here on YourYugiNews. Before I say anything, hope you guys love the intro. I'm gonna start doing that here on my channel, or on this channel. I'm gonna start doing the intro. As you can see, the YourYugiNews was in big letters, and then TeamDarkMonkDJP was in small letters. So whenever you see that, it will be one of my videos. Seeing as YGOCrank and Spoofy29 will also be posting on this channel. So, the thing I'm going to talk about today is YCS Guadalajara, which just finished quite a few hours ago. It was actually a quite diverse top 32. Keep in mind when I do say the top 32, this is the meta in Mexico right now, which is a little bit different than the meta we have right here. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about YCS Guadalajara, what topped, what won, and I also will be discussing a wind-up ruling thing, because quite a few people have been confused on this. Anyways, I'm going to go over the top 32 first. In the top 32 at YCS Guadalajara, we had 9 wind-up decks. I told you guys wind-ups would do good. Wind-ups is literally the best deck this format, one of the best decks this format, and I think it actually is the best deck this format, honestly, but we had 9 wind-ups in top 32, 5 Inzectors in top 32. I honestly didn't think Inzectors would get this far, but, I mean, the sheer numbers, Inzectors were being played a lot, so it's probably why this many topped. Next, we have Dino Rabbit. 5 of those made it to top 32 as well. Dino Rabbit still is in the top 3 decks. In my opinion, the number 1 deck of the format is still Wind-Up. Number 2 is Inzectors, and number 3 is Dino Rabbit. Dino Rabbit still has a really good matchup against a lot of other decks. The next thing, which I'm actually a little surprised about, is 4 Plants made it to top 32. Plants are a good deck, but ever since Dino Rabbit came out, they've been slowly decreasing in play. However, it still is a good deck. Next thing is 3-6 Samurai made it the top 32. 6 Samurai is a really sacky deck type. I guess that's probably why it still got there. Next, 1 Scrap controlled or Scrap stun deck, which we don't know the deck list. Sorry about that, he was moving my mic. We don't know the deck list for YCS Guadalajara as of yet, but right now we just know it's Scrap stun, which I'm actually surprised to see this. We got 1 Dark World that made it to top 32 as well. I had a feeling Dark Worlds would still top, but wasn't exactly sure. 1 Agent. Believe it or not, I thought Agents would make it farther than just top. I thought there was going to be more Agents in top 32 because Agents have a really good matchup against Inzectors and Wind-Ups. So I'm surprised about that. 1 Chaos deck squeezed in there. Not surprised. Ever since Courtney Waller won, quite a few Chaos decks have been running around. Along with 1 Gravekeeper, which is quite surprising. We haven't seen this deck top since Dark Worlds were released. 1 TG, which TG is a pretty good deck. And then 1 Wind-Up Inzector. When I first seen this, I was honestly rooting for Barrett Keys. He is one of the US players who traveled over to Mexico for this YCS. He was running Wind-Ups. The Wind-Up Inzector, I was also rooting for that because that's actually a nice deck, but it usually don't get too far because it's not that consistent. But anyways, that was the top 32. Leading in the top 16, there was 5 wind-up decks, 1 being Barrett Keys, of course, 2 Inzectors, 2 Dino Rabbit. Also, keep in mind, one of the Dino Rabbit players was Angel Flores, which has won 2 YCS in Anaheim or San Jose, one or the other, but he won the 2 California YCSs in a row with Hero Beat. Also, not to mention, Barrett Keys was the only undefeated player going into the top 32 with his wind-up. Anyways, 2 Dino Rabbit, which I said, 2 6 Samurai, which I was surprised that Samurai made it past top 32. 1 Plants, 1 Chaos, 1 Agent, 1 Gravekeeper, and 1 TG. Leading on the top 8, which is where it really gets interesting, only 2 of the 5 wind-ups made it past top 16, which I'm really surprised about. Depending on the wind-ups matchups, they probably were heavily smacked by Max C, or just couldn't pull out what they needed. Along with 2 Inzectors, which 2 Inzectors making it past top 16 in the top 8, that's a little fishy in my opinion. But 2 Dino Rabbit, that deck's sacky, I could see it happening. 1 Samurai, so there was, as you can see in top 32 there was 3 Samurai, top 16 there was 2, and then in top 8 there was 1 Samurai. And then 1 Plants made it to top 8. Now, when I seen this, I'm like, Barrett Keys definitely got it. And then top 4 was posted. 2 Inzectors, 1 Samurai, and 1 Dino Rabbit. I'm thinking, what is going on? Because, okay, Barrett Keys or no, not Barrakeys, Angel Flores, which was running Donna Rabbit, played against the Six Samurai player and lost. So I'm like, what? Like, I don't get that. And then Inzectors, the two Inzectors, which I'm surprised they got that far, and then Dino Rabbit. But just to let you guys know something here, eventually finals was Dino Rabbit versus Six Samurai, and Six Samurai ended up winning the event. Now, I heard the Six Samurai was an XYZ base deck with Assisatism, maybe even Tour Guides, I'm not sure. But the thing I want to say is, this is going all over the place, it's controversial everywhere. It was ruled at the event, and the person at the event running the Six Samurai, it was ruled that Legendary Six Samurai Shien and Achurya Beast can negate the effect of Inzector Hornet. Now, keep in mind an equipped spell, keep in mind that an equipped monster like Dragoonity Knight Ecclese, or Dragoonity Ecclese, whatever its name is, Dragoonity Phalanx, and, like I said, Inzector Hornet, any of the Inzectors equipped, they're treated as equipped spells. They said when Hornet sends itself to the graveyard to pop a card, that's a spell activating, so she and Cherry Beast can negate it. This is against all the gameplay and standard game mechanics we know in this game. That was definitely wrong. And from what we've been hearing, the person who won Oscar, he chose to run Six Samurai because of this ruling, and he was following through it all day. So we're saying the reason Six Samurai won is probably because of this, because he probably wouldn't have got far at all. I mean, we will see his deck list to decide that for sure, but I don't think he would have got this far. One thing, too, quite a few people are already hopping on Samurai's dick, so expect to see that at YCS Atlanta. But in the end, Six Samurai won, Dino Rabbit got second. Dino Rabbit still is a really good deck. However, it is quite easy to side against, in my opinion. I apologize, but I have one more thing to tell you guys. Quite a few people, myself, a few some bigger name players, and a few other players who are bigger, but then not again that bigger, have been talking about wind-ups and the upcoming ban list. I did post something on Pojo, which, if you want, I'll put the link below. Wind-ups getting the X-Saber treatment March 1st. Basically, I said the ban list is based on OCG meta, and what's winning in the OCG, Inzectors and Agents. Wind-up's doing nothing, and quite a few people have agreed with me that TCG exclusives are a hazard to the game. They're more broken than less broken. Do you guys remember back when X-Sabers were doing amazing, and they weren't doing crap in the OCG, so they didn't get hit? That's because Bogart Knight and Dark Soul were TCG exclusives. Now, and I was going to say, Wind-up still will be around for Nationals. I don't even think they'll get hit on the ban list just because they're doing nothing in OCG. And if you think, around Nationals each year we have a quote-unquote herp-derp deck running around. Like 2009 was Dark Strike Fighter and Synchro Cat Spam. 2010 was Frog FTK. 2011 was Trishula Spam with DeLorean and Infinite Trishula over and over, even though it didn't do too good. And then 2012, the wind-up loop will probably be around for Nationals. I'm just calling it. I mean, we will see with the ban list. Who knows? Konami's reprinting Tour Guide without it being in the OCG, so you never know. They might even hit a TCG exclusive this March 1st. No one knows. But as for right now, I do apologize for the long video. I just wanted to talk about quite a few things in the video. Give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below what you think about the whole quote-unquote scandal with Six Samurai at YCS Guadalajara. What do you think will win YCS Atlanta? Comment or tell me that down below as well. The last thing I'd like to ask you guys is, like I said, do you think wind-ups will get hit in the ban list? Let me know. Not much else to say on this. This is TeamDarkMonkDJP signing out on YourYugiNews. Like I said, remember to give this video a thumbs up. Hit the yellow button, or whatever color button it is right now, and subscribe to YourYugiNews. And I'm sure Spoofy29 or YGOCrank will be back soon with some more news, so make sure to check that out. Peace, YouTube.